The dressing room was a sanctuary of soft light and plush velvet. The air, thick with the scent of jasmine and the faint, sweet tang of setting spray, hummed with the quiet energy of pre-show preparation. Ariana Grande sat before the mirror, a vision in a cream-colored sweater that was comically oversized, swallowing her small frame. It was in these moments, before the lights and the roar of the crowd, that she became the version of herself the world knew best. It was a ritual, a transformation. Her hair, a waterfall of glossy, honey-blonde silk, was the first point of contact. It was a signature, an impenetrable curtain that framed her face with surgical precision. The high, severe ponytail was more than a style, it was an emblem. It pulled the skin at her temples taut, a subtle, permanent lift that made her cat-like eyes appear even more exotic and tilted. The extensions were a testament to art and artifice, cascading down her back in a shimmering river that looked impossibly healthy, a color that seemed to catch the light in 100 different ways. To her left, a makeup artist with a steady hand was perfecting the liner. Ariana's eyes were her primary tools of expression. They were large, wide-set, and impossibly expressive, the color of warm, dark espresso. The makeup was a masterclass in illusion. A thick, flawless stroke of jet-black liquid liner extended into a sharp, definitive wing, giving her a feline, almost otherworldly allure. The lashes, thick and feathered, were a soft flutter of darkness against her pale, porcelain skin. The skin itself was a canvas of perfection, seemingly poreless, a smooth, luminous backdrop for the drama of her eyes. A sweep of warm, peachy blush high on her cheekbones gave her a perpetually healthy, youthful glow, while a generous coat of her signature lipstick, a deep, rose-tinged nude, completed the portrait. A low-level producer, a nervous young man named Mark, entered the room to discuss the set list. He'd met Ariana dozens of times, but he still found himself momentarily spellbound. As she listened, she made her classic physical gestures. Her small hand, adorned with an array of delicate silver rings, would flutter up to her face, her fingers tracing the line of her jaw or tapping thoughtfully on her rose-petal lips. Her body was a paradox, delicate and petite, like a finely crafted doll, yet radiating an undeniable, powerhouse energy. Her hands were expressive, her gestures quick and precise, conveying her artistic vision with more clarity than words. After Mark left, she moved to a full-length mirror. Her form was small and slender, yet powerfully built. There was an athleticism to her frame, a strength honed by years of rigorous dance and performance. The signature thigh-high boots, a staple of her stage persona, were a part of this. They gave her the illusion of height, elongating her legs and making her look commanding and statuesque, a far cry from her actual, sub-5-foot stature. It was a carefully crafted optical illusion, turning her petite frame into a superhero silhouette. Her posture was perfect, a result of endless dance rehearsals, her small shoulders held back with a regal confidence that filled the room. Later that night, a young fan named Cecilia would watch her from the barricade, tears streaming down her face. To Cecilia, Ariana wasn't just a pop star, she was a symbol. Her specific physical presence, everything from the expertly contoured cheekbones to the high ponytail that defied gravity, represented a kind of magic. She saw the tiny frame that had withstood unimaginable trauma and pain, and yet moved with such power and grace. She saw the softness in the curve of her cheeks and the sharpness in the cut of her jaw, a perfect blend of girl and woman, strength and vulnerability. She saw a body that, despite its apparent fragility, had built an empire and healed a legion of fans. After the show, the energy in the dressing room was electric with the buzz of adrenaline. Sweat glistened on Ariana's skin, a natural highlight that complemented the stage makeup. Her hair, still perfect, was slightly disheveled from the wind machines and the intensity of the choreography. The mascara was a tiny bit smudged, the faintest shadow under her eyes. It was then, in that moment of post-performance exhaustion and triumph, that her appearance seemed the most human, the most real. The perfection was still there, a lingering ghost of her stage self, but it was now textured with exhaustion, with joy, with the sheer effort of being Ariana Grande. She gazed at her reflection again, seeing not just the pop star, but the woman who had lived in that body. She saw the battles fought and the joy expressed. The perfect ponytail, The sharp eyeliner, the tiny waist, and the powerful legs were not just elements of her physical appearance. They were the armor, the banner, and the instrument of her entire being. As she wiped a bead of sweat from her temple, a small, genuine smile touched her lips. For tonight, the masterpiece was complete. The icon, the legend, and the woman were all perfectly one.